Shall we do this? Let's do this. Let's do this. A 1 hour stream starting 3, 2, 1. Why don't you move? Remove. Gone. Gone.
Shall we do this? Let's do this.
Why am I getting feedback here? Oh, there we go. Nice. Hello. Hello. We're back. We're back. Sorry to keep everyone waiting for so long, but some things to set up on the back end. How are we going, everybody? How is this working? This is working. Good. How are we going, everybody? Before we get into it, let's do some of the housekeeping stuff. Going to be going live on Sunday for UFC 301. So if you want to jump in at any point during that. What the hell does the title mean? How are you, Cage? What did I name this one? Jon Jones. Oh, it's meant to be looking. Thanks, Cage. Edit. Looking. Or should I say Patrick, the newly dubbed Patrick. Jon Jones looking for an easier fight than Tom Aspinall? What? For people who listen back to this, because I know some people on the channel do listen back to this, going to be going live for UFC 301, all the way from the prelims, all the way to the end. So if you want to come and hang out during any point during UFC 301, go ahead and do that. Discord link is going to be in the description. Excuse me. Discord link is going to be in the description of this live stream. So if you want to get notifications of when a new video comes out, when I go live, all that kind of stuff, download Discord. You can use the Discord link, and you can set the channels to only send you notifications on the YouTube channel section. So apart from that, I think that's all it. Let's get right into it. Jon Jones, does he want a fresh fight, and does he not want it to be Tom Aspinall? He's put up this poll on Twitter about whether or not he should fight Tom Aspinall next or he should fight Alex Pereira next. It is so weird that he is doing anything that he can to get away from Tom Aspinall. Like, he knows that is his biggest threat to being able to retain his title. And he's like, what about Pereira, guys? Wouldn't you guys like to see me take on Pereira? And I think we all know, like, pretty clearly that Jon Jones versus Pereira is almost an easy win for Jon Jones. Like, Pereira's got fairly good takedown defense, but not so good that he can just stuff Jon Jones and fight against him. Like, Jon Jones is just going to blast a double leg, probably make him look like Cyril Gane. It's a pretty weak call out from Jon Jones. Pretty weak call out from Jon Jones. Let's see what some of the comments say. Hakeem, what's up, man? It's Stipe or Francis. That's it. What about Tom Aspinall? Hakeem, Tom Aspinall exists. Why doesn't he get a shot? He is the interim champion, isn't he? 100% Pereira versus Jones would shatter pay-per-view records. Take my money. I don't think it would, man. I think, like, this guy, Jon Jones's burner account. Well, this is obviously a troll account. Obviously. I feel like Jones submits Alex Pereira with ease. Yep, that's exactly what we're thinking. Hakeem, there's no legacy in that. But is Jon Jones fighting for his legacy, or is he fighting because he's the current heavyweight champion in the UFC and he should be taking on the number one contender? Like, why doesn't Jon Jones just give up the title and then fight Stipe Miocic for legacy, or fight Francis Ngannou for legacy? Like, he is holding up the UFC heavyweight title for his own legacy. It's Mick Parkin or Derek Lewis. That is it. I think Mick Parkin beats Jon Jones 9 times out of 10. Patrick Cage, 9 times out of 10, mate. Neither. Fight Izzy. It's fun seeing him lose. That's just mean. Give it to Tom. He's been Joe Hogan. What's up, bro? How you going, man? He's ducking and fucking. True that, mate. Leverage, sir. Leverage. He's holding the UFC title, Hakeem. You think he's holding the UFC title hostage to get the fights that he wants? Why doesn't the UFC just fucking strip him then? I mean, they've stripped champions before. Especially if he's ducking the number one contender, which is Tom Aspinall. Is this the one that he should be fighting next? Is this the guy? Is this the guy that he should be fighting next? Twitter seems to think so. It's Aspinall or nobody else. He is the interim champion. That is the way that it's supposed to be in the rules. Undisputed, has to defend against the interim. Yeah, that is so true, man. That is so true, 100%. Like, the interim champion literally means that he is the champion until Jon Jones is ready to fight again. He is the champion for the interim. It 100% means that he is automatically the next person to take on Jon Jones. Anything other than that is just wild to me. The belt and his position is an appeal to max out the pay-per-views. Yeah, so Hakeem, you're saying that the UFC are using the fact that Jon Jones still has the belt to max out the pay-per-view sales for when he actually goes ahead and eventually fights on a pay-per-view. Patty, 905, how you going, man? Haven't seen you on the channel before. How are you? Pereira ain't beating Jon Jones. Yeah, that's true, dude. That's exactly what I think. That's what a lot of Twitter thinks as well. Jon Jones is just going to throw that double leg down and absolutely manhandle Pereira. I think you're right, man. I think you're right. He's got to do something about the allegations. Oh, goddamn. Oh, goddamn. Retire. Tom. Both same night and then retire. Jim Nance thinks that he can beat Alex Pereira and Tom Aspinall in one night. I don't think Jon Jones can beat Tom Aspinall. John the Boner Jones. Oh, goddamn. Tom, because Alex is not a true heavyweight. Yep. Jones is too scared to fight either, so who cares? I do not think that Jon Jones is too scared to fight Alex Pereira. I think that is a fight that Jon Jones actually would take. I think that Jon Jones is ducking Tom Aspinall because he knows that Tom Aspinall has a really good chance of beating him. But I don't think he's scared of fighting Alex Pereira. I think he would take that fight straight away. And I mean, to be fair, it would be shocking if he actually stepped over Tom Aspinall to go and fight Alex Pereira. Love him or hate him, Jones is the greatest of all time, Patty. Maybe, I don't consider him the GOAT, but he's definitely up there. To me, it's either Mighty Mouse or GSP. But yeah, he's definitely up there, man. He's one of the GOATs for sure. I don't think that he beat Dominic Reyes. I don't think that he beat Thiago Santos when Thiago Santos was on one knee. I think the fact that he was pretty clearly juicing for his entire career takes away a lot of GOAT points for him. But fair enough, man. He can be on your GOAT list for sure. Who would win, Francis Ngannou or Aspinall? That's a good question, Patrick Cage. I think Tom Aspinall would win. I think he has got the boxing and the handwork to be able to stand with Francis Ngannou. And I also think he's got the better ground game. So I think Aspinall would win that, man. Let's run this little, what is it bloody called? Let's run this poll in chat for 5 minutes and then we'll wrap it up and we'll see who wins. All right, let's move on to yet another story on Twitter. Because steroid abuse has taken its toll on Jon Jones. He probably has short base test levels and will probably only fight with a TRT script. Wow, man. People are really People are really counting out old man Jon Jones. That is a horrible, horrible photo of Jon Jones, to be fair. Horrible. Aspinall, he's too fast for Ngannou. I think so, Paddy, yeah. Aspinall would be too fast and he'd double leg him. Think so? Yep. What about Pavlovich or Ngannou? Now, that one's really interesting, Patrick Cage. That one's really interesting because that one would be a straight-up striking match. Although I do have to say that I think Francis Ngannou has the fight IQ to take Pavlovich down. Because when things were getting a little bit rough on the feet between him and Cyril Gane, and when things were getting a little bit rough on the feet between him and Stipe Miocic, Francis worked in the grappling. And especially in the Cyril Gane fight, those last 2 rounds was all grappling. So, yeah, Paddy, I think Francis is way more technical than Sergey. I think Pavlovich is just going to stand and bang with him. And the second Francis feels that power or feels that damage, it's double leg city from Francis. And let's not forget this, right? Francis Ngannou did 10 minutes of strong wrestling against Cyril Gane. Oi, oi, oi. What's up, Western Mass? Mason, how are you going, brother? You didn't say goodbye in the last stream, man. What's going on? But it's good to see you again in this one. Francis did a good solid 10 minutes of grappling. How late are you? Not late at all, man. We'd only been going for 10 minutes. So we got another 50 minutes of stream ahead of us. He did a good 10 minutes of grappling against Cyril Gane with 2 bad knees. 2 bad knees that needed surgery. And Francis skipped over that to go ahead and fight Cyril Gane. So it was pretty admirable from Francis. He's got decent double legs, or decent wrestling at least. Mason, yeah, Jones is ducking. Jones is absolutely ducking Tom Aspinall. The fact that he put this poll up at all goes to show that he is ducking Tom Aspinall. I think Francis too. Pavlovich's power is really overrated. Patrick Cage, I don't think it's overrated, man. I think his power is pretty damn good. I just think he has got I think that's the only dimension to his game. I think Francis knows how to get over that dimension. You know what I mean? I think Francis knows what to do with it. He tried to take down Miocic in the rematch too. He did, Paddy. 905, he did. Joe Hogan. Francis hits harder as well. Sergey has crazy power. Sergey, whatever. Who cares? Sergey has crazy power, but it's also a speed that gets it done. Yeah, true. I just don't think Francis would be dumb enough to stand and bang with him the entire time, Joe Hogan. Hey, Casual, what's up, man? How you going? Call that client back. Did you see that Eddie Hall beat Alex Cube punch record? I did, man. And he beat it by a fair bit as well. Absolutely wild, man. Absolutely wild. Not saying that he's not powerful, but he's not a one-punch KO guy. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I just read what you said before, Patrick Cage. Yeah, no, he is powerful, but you're right. He's not a sleeper guy. He's sort of like a... he needs more than one to get it done. You're absolutely right, man. Sergey is Aspinall without the grappling and less power. Yeah, that's true. He's just too one-dimensional, man. He's too one-dimensional. And I think, to steal a term from Lucas Tracy, I think Francis is too crafty for him, man. It's too crafty for him. I see no likes. Get after it, you can't. Yeah, good on you, Western Mass. Guys, you bothered to click on the stream. Just scroll down a little bit and give it a like. It helps get it out there, guys. So if you could do that, I'd really appreciate it, man. Power means nothing if you can't catch the guy. True that, Patty. Very, very true. Very true. And especially in, that really came through, Patty, in the Sergey Pavlovich versus Tom Aspinall fight. Like, Tom Aspinall's chin was always just a little bit too far out of range. You know what I mean? And if Francis can implement that and then drop a double leg on him, he'd be just as successful. UFC Casual. Now Francis has been slept out cold. I don't think he'll ever be the same. No more rushing forward. Yeah, that's true, dude. I mean, Casual, look at Francis Ngannou after the first loss to Stipe. That was the Derek Lewis fight, came right after that. And he was super fucking timid in that fight. Super fucking timid. So you're right, man. Like now that he's been slept, if he goes back to his old ways, he's going to slow down quite a bit, man. Oi, mate, you mind having something darker behind the chat? That's why I tried to put the chat up here for you, bro, so we can have a nice big screen, but we can do this. How's that, Western Mass? Does that look better? Because it's weird. The vertical stream sort of like cuts it in half. Very like on the phone when you bring chat up. So I thought I'd put chat box up in here, but all good, man. All good. How's that? Let me know, Western Mass. Let me know. Sergey basically has the speed of Aspinall, and that's about it. I think he's a little bit slower, Joe Hogan. I think he's a little bit slower than Aspinall, but just as strong. Cage, I don't know. With what just happened to his son and his low IQ, I can see him rushing forward. I don't know if that's going to have an effect on it, Cage. I really don't think so. Francis might think that he can use that Rosenstrike start again. Maybe. But he was super cautious last time he lost a fight. What's up, you're a sluss? How you going? I don't think so. Francis needs some time to recover. Plus, he just lost his child. Yeah. So he needs to focus on his family and his mental health first. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. He needs to take like a year off. He might not fight in the PFL this year. He really might not. And, you know, he's like obviously devastated because of what's just happened to him, as a man should be. So, yeah, he needs to take a lot of time off. A lot of time off. Western Mass. Francis's son dying might be a bigger problem than being KO'd. Yeah, I would say so. I would say that's going to take a lot of sting out of your career of being an athlete, especially when you've got all the money in the world. That's really a lot of time to just like go home and focus with your family and slow down. Your sinus, or your Jones is a criminal. Yes, that's true. That's very, very true. He beat the living piss out of his wife. You're not wrong. Yeah, Aspinall is the fastest at heavyweight, hands-wise. True, Joe Hogan. His hands are crazy. He punches like a welterweight. His speed is nuts, man. Absolutely nuts. Obviously, Garn has faster movement. You reckon Cyril Garn has got faster movement than Tom Aspinall? I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, it's been 10 minutes. Let's end the poll. Tom absolutely starches Jones. No other way it could possibly go. Casual, I'm with you, man. And I think that's why Jon Jones is 100% ducking that fight and trying to see if he can get some fan interest going to get Tom to get the fans asking for him versus Alex Pereira. Brother, how are you, Magomed? Good to see you again on the channel, brother. How you go? Brother, you forget, I will beat all fighters on screen. Grapple and leg kick to win. Honestly, Magomed, I don't think you beat any of the fighters on this screen. Magomed ain't gonna... No, I don't think you beat any of the fighters on this screen. Maybe Jon Jones. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't think you beat any of the fighters. I don't think Magomed Ankalaev beats any of the fighters on this screen. Paddy, 905. Is it just me? Or could Max Holloway give Islam a lot of problems? I think he could. I think Max Holloway has come a long way. Obviously, there is the takedown game. These Dagestanis, especially at such a high level, they get their takedowns. They 100% get their takedowns. So I think with Islam, it all depends on whether or not he chooses to stand with Max Holloway and for how long. I think Islam would choose to stand with him, but Islam Makhachev has got this great thing of getting hit, and then he can always go back to his grappling and throw that desperation double leg to use as a recover. Leg kick? Yeah, remember what Jan did to Magomed? That's true, man. That's so true. Like Jan Blachowicz leg kicked the shit out of Magomed Ankalaev. Yep. His anti-wrestling is sick, and he's a volume striker. Yeah, Paddy, true, but the Dagestanis are going to get their wrestling on. You know what I mean? It's like another level of wrestling. Like Volkanovski's takedown defense is phenomenal, but he still got the takedown. UFC Casual, did you see that Guru dropped a second Jon Jones video on being Jeff Molina? Yeah, I did. I saw that he dropped a second one, but I haven't watched it. Like, I haven't seen the video, but I'm aware that he's dug back into the well. Very interesting choice from the guru to take a week off hiding because of dropping those videos and then to go ahead and drop a second one. I'm convinced he wants his channel to get cancelled. I'm convinced he wants his channel to get cancelled. Patrick Cage. Francis is getting old. Yeah, man. True. He's nearly 38. Yep. And if he's going to take time off, he's never going to come back the same. In PFL, it might be different because they all suck. Yeah, no, I think, number one, Patrick Cage. Number one, heavyweight. You can go a little bit longer. You can probably go to 40, 42 in heavyweight, especially Francis, who's very, very athletic. So he's probably got another 3 or 4 years in him. I'd say 4 years in him. The level of competition at PFL, nowhere near as good as the level at UFC. So I think Francis can afford to take a year off and get his life in order, get his head right, get himself sorted out. Because, yeah, it's a shit situation to be in, man. Shit situation to be in. Aspinall would have schooled Fury if he had fought him that night. Oh, my God. Yeah, man. Joe Hogan, could you imagine if a competent boxer was in there with Fury that night? Aspinall would have gotten the knockout. Aspinall would have gotten the knockout. Check out the gram, please, so I can send out an SOS of what chat looks like. I'll open it up here on my phone, man. I'll open it up here on my phone. Do you mean my Instagram or no? Let me open it up here on my phone. So we'll check it out. I'll get it going while I do this, mate. Magomed beat a light heavyweight Jones. Could Magomed beat a light heavyweight Jones? Yeah. Jon Jones at light heavyweight was falling off, right? I mean, we can all agree on that. He was falling off, right? If Holloway dials in the takedown defense, he wins that fight all day long. I don't know, Casual. I don't know, man. I really don't. Let me see here. Chat, live chat. So, Weston, this is what it looks like for me, man. When I watch it for myself, this is what it looks like for me. So, obviously, it might be a little bit different. But it looks all right for me, man. Looks all right for me, man. But let's make that a little bit smaller then for Weston. I trust him. There we go. Cool. Let's catch back up. Holloway's wrestling is super underrated. Yeah. When was the last time he was held down? Yeah, no, I'm with you, Patty. I'm with you, man. But I'm just saying, like, even Volk couldn't take down Holloway. I can't even remember the last time he was taken down. Look, dude, his takedown defense is really, really good. I can't stress that enough, man. His takedown defense is really, really good, Patty. But Islam Makhachev is essentially a weight bully. Like, he has to kill himself to make the weight. He is much heavier than Holloway. And Holloway hasn't fought a Dagestani. I was going to say like in 10 years, but I honestly don't know when Holloway has fought a Dagestani. I don't think he's ever fought a Dagestani. And they're just a different level of takedown. We know this, brother. So look, I get what you're saying, man. I get it. I'm just saying, like, the level of pressure that Islam Makhachev can bring to Max Holloway in the takedown game, something that Holloway is not used to, man. Joe Hogan, Jones tweeted him. That's why he popped back up. Jones is a Gordon Levitt. There's no doubt about it. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see the second video, man. I'm going to have to watch it to see. Who knows? I mean, the first video was quite a lot of evidence already. Heavyweight division is weak. Most light heavyweights beat heavyweights. Only Aspinall and Alexander Romanov are the good top 10s. No, man. Curtis Blades is a good top 10 heavyweight. Pavlovich is a good top 10 heavyweight. That's about it. That's about it, Magomed. You're not wrong, man. There's not a lot of good heavyweights. You're absolutely right. At Patrick Cage, it depends on when you start fighting as well. Francis started training late, so he hasn't taken that much damage. That was his first knockout, so he needs some time to recover. It was his second knockout. Stipe slept him in that first fight. He needs some time to recover, but heavyweight can go for a while. Yeah, Jon Jones was calling him a basement dweller and other similarly nasty things, but partly true things. I mean, it's the game, isn't it? That's the game. Like, Guru started it, so Jones is allowed to clap back. That is the game. Yeah, I sent the invite, Western Mass, on the gram. Nice, man. Jones is Jeff Molina. I see brother kiss Shamiel Gaziev. I think Holloway. I think Holloway would. I think Holloway would have beaten Fury that night. Mate, anyone beaten Fury. Joe Hogan, Hezbollah would have beaten Fury on that night, brother. That's it. It's mint now. Good, Western Mass. All good, man. Thanks for letting me know, brother. I appreciate it. Holloway's jiu-jitsu is underrated as well. He strangled Cub and almost Das choked TKZ. That's true, dude. That's true. That's true. But Brazilian jiu-jitsu is made up. Like, it doesn't exist in the high-level UFC. Like, wrestling, you just decide that you don't want to get submitted, and you can get out of most choker holds in high-level UFC. So, Joe Hogan, I don't see Holloway, Das choking Islam Makhachev. I just don't see it, man. Daggy wrestling pressure is next level. It makes American wrestlers in MMA look pathetic. Yes, casual. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just a different level of wrestling. It's a completely different level of wrestling. Patrick Cage, yeah, there's certainly something to be said about mileage. There's always been working hard since he was in Africa and grinding his body down. You can see that he's getting older. He physically looks old. Yeah, he's definitely getting older, man. He's definitely getting older, but just at heavyweight, you get so much more usage out of your rig. I mean, the competition level is so much lower. You just can get further. Holloway is okay. Yeah, that's true. If anybody could beat a Dagestani, it's Max, hands down. Dude, Paddy is all in on this. Paddy is all in on this. This is one of those fights that I would bet the house on. Paddy, if that fight ever happens, man, you have got to come back to this stream and watch it live so we can see this go down. I like it, dude. You're putting down some big calls, man. You're putting down some big calls. You're sounding like Lucas Tracy right now. Are you Lucas Tracy here in chat? Yeah? Islam Makhachev has a better chance of becoming president than beating Max Holloway? That's what it sounds like, man. Joe Hogan, Volk's good. Garn's only good at striking. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Volkov's good, but yeah, Garn is only good at striking. I know. I'm trying to think of good heavyweights, and it's actually a struggle because it's like there are no good heavyweights. Stipe won a decision. Their first fight, Stipe knocked him out. Didn't he? Or did he hold him down for 25 minutes? Did Stipe knock him out or hold him down for 25 minutes? Why am I picturing Francis getting knocked out? Did he win a decision? Jesus, that fight was a long time ago, wasn't he? I thought he got knocked. Stipe didn't sleep him. Okay, all right. Obviously, I'm misremembering that. There we go. I'm convinced that Max beats Ilya Topuria. I'm with you, Cage. I think Max wins that one. He ragdolled him. Yeah, maybe he did. I mean, that was such a long time ago. I'm having trouble remembering it. And I'm almost certain that was one of those fights I've only ever seen when it was live on the pay-per-view, and that was it. Never watched it again. That could be why. Maybe it was a boring 25 minutes. 50-45. Okay, there we go. I think he can do well against Islam too. There's a lot of Max support in here for Max versus Makhachev. Very interesting. Get out of the way, coffee cup. Interesting. Let's leave that up for 5 minutes and see what happens. Watch Volkov crack Pavlovich, boys. Oh, can you imagine? Hype train over. I hope Pavlovich stays around. I mean, I think he's great for heavyweight. Just this big, scary Russian bomber. I like it. David Gotti, what up, bro? What's up? How you going, man? How you going? No need to respond. Everything is sorted. Excellent. Good to see Western Mass. It definitely, you just have to be good at everything as everyone trains jiu-jitsu. Yeah. You can't be pure jiu-jitsu and submit guys who are black belts themselves. Yeah, I think what we're seeing, Joe, is in the UFC, because everyone trains it. It's people know enough to just get out of the to just get out of the submissions. Like, they might not be masters of chasing subs themselves, but they know enough to survive, and they definitely know enough like ground game wrestling to just clinch their teeth and power through it, man. Magomed, wrestle to drop hands, good technique. Need decent striking too. This is how I sleep Johnny Walker, brother. Magomed, this is how a lot of the Dagestanis have lifted up their striking game, by doing exactly what you're talking about, man. You do the wrestling, they drop their hands down, getting ready to get their hooks in and to sprawl, and then that ugly, ugly Dagestani striking just sleeps them, man. Tyler, what's up, bro? What's up? Curtis Blades isn't bad. If he had better stand-up, he could be something. Yeah, I know. Like, he's right there, isn't he? Like, he's right there. But he's just like, everyone at heavyweight has sort of got that thing that they're good at, but they're not really well-rounded, which is what makes Tom Aspinall so scary, which is why Jon Jones is ducking him so hard. UFC Casual says, Arman is our only chance at lightweight to see Islam lose. Sadly, his fight with Oliveira makes me less confident in him. Yeah, but, I mean, Oliveira's a damn tough guy. Damn tough guy. It was too close, though, you know? It was too close, though. I still think Islam Makhachev beats Arman Tsarukyan. I really do. Our only chance at lightweight to see Islam lose. Yeah, I think you're right. Or Conor McGregor. Wild take, I know, but or Conor McGregor, right? Islam Makhachev choosing to stand with Conor the same way that Khabib chose to stand with Conor, and Conor just sleeping him with a counter. It's possible. Honestly, I'd root for Islam over Arman Tsarukyan. Yeah, people do not like Arman Tsarukyan. Really weird, man. Really weird. UFC Casual snoring on Dusty. Matt Weston, no one believes Dusty can do this. Are the odds out yet, Weston Mass? Are the odds out yet? Dude, I'm telling you, wrestling isn't Max's kryptonite like most other strikers. Max has tree trunk legs. I'm not saying that Max's takedown defense counter grappling isn't good. I'm saying that against a Islam Makhachev who needs to take IV drips to survive his weight cut, it's just not at that level. That's all I'm saying, Patty. I accidentally voted Max, but I'll just double down on it now on the Max train. That's what you have to do, man. Islam chokes Max to sleep sadly and easily. True. Yeah, that's casual. That's where I'm at. But unfortunately, like, apparently we're in a chat room full of wild believers in Max Holloway. Whatever, but I strongly disagree with chat right now. And right now, the voting is at 78% Max Holloway. And I strongly disagree with chat right now. Based flip cage, Patrick Cage. Max's kryptonite is a short striker from Australia. That's right, Joe Hogan. The Dagestanis didn't invent that. Tyron Woodley did. Ooh, the Dagestanis taken everything that Tyron Woodley worked for. His kryptonite is leg kicks. Never been able to defend them well. That's how Volk beat him. True, man. True. And forward pressure. Just keep coming forward. Keep coming hard. Oliveira is tough, but Islam made easy work of him. I know you shouldn't do MMA math, but here we are. Look, MMA math is all we have, and unfortunately, it's like government math. It's the worst math in the world, you know. But MMA math is all we got. Joe Hogan. True, but he dealt, I'm guessing you said dealt instead of felt, with Aldo's short frame. Yeah. And it's the short frame guys that give him issues. Yeah, true. Islam beat Arman 10 out of... Islam beat Arman 10 out of 10 times. Only Saint Denis can beat Islam Makhachev. Maybe. We'll see how BSD's chin is after this. Aldo also, yeah, I mean, Aldo is that shorter guy. Max did do well against him. So it's not even short guy. It's so strange, man. Like, you can either, Joe Hogan, you can either do MMA math, like Casual was saying, and that doesn't work, or you can be like Anthony Smith and break things down on paper, right? And you can say that Max Holloway has a problem with shorter fighters, and as Paddy905 is saying, Max Holloway has a problem with leg kicks. Jose Aldo is a shorter fighter that throws phenomenal leg kicks, and yet Max Holloway dealt with him. MMA, for all the shit talking that all of us do, you, us, me, all the other streamers, for all the shit talking that we do, none of us know shit. None of us know shit. Let me catch back up. How do you think McGregor Masvidal would have gone in 2020? I think McGregor would have won that one, man. I do. I think Masvidal he had a moment, glass in a bottle. I think McGregor would have won that one, especially if he had stayed, like if he was able to bulk up to 170. I think McGregor would have done it, man. I don't know why. Like McGregor hasn't won a fight in like a decade, but I'm calling him to win all these fights. It's so weird, man. I don't care about the odds. I'll pick with me plums, cunt. Yeah, I know. I know. I'm just curious of what the odds are, Weston. I'm just curious what they are. Magomed, Islam stopped doing EPO, brother. You tell me no more EPO TRT in 2023. Mate, you're a poet. You didn't even know it. Nobody's finishing Holloway. All right, let's wrap this up. Oh my God. The poll got even more for Max Holloway. I can't believe it. I think he gets a ground and pound finish. Joe Hogan, what are we talking about? Oh, we might be talking about Max Holloway versus Islam Makhachev. Is it? Wait, no, we can't be. You can't be saying that Max Holloway gets a ground and pound finish over Islam Makhachev. Joe Hogan, Dagestani, Max's Krypton. Maybe you are. Unbelievable. Recency bias is very real. It's happening right now in the chat. Boya finished him back in the day. Who is a non-Dagestani fighter that fight like Dagestani fighter? Gamrot. The little fucker. Merab Divalashvili. These guys, they're not Dagestani, but they've picked up that Dagestani wrestling. Bryce Mitchell. How does it feel to witness the downfall of Aussie MMA as an Aussie? Casual, we are fighting and winning a title this weekend. JDM is going to sleep Shavkat Rakhmonov, and then he's going to sleep Leon Edwards after that. We are on our second win, mate. So it feels pretty fucking good, son. Feels pretty fucking good. Bilal. Yeah. True. Have you not seen JDM and Steve Erceg chinning falls? Exactly, mate. That's what we're talking about, brother. That's what we're talking about. Bilal is no Dagestani fighter. He has sleeping style. That is the Dagestani style, to sleep. No, to be fair, Magomed, to the Dagestanis. They ground and pound. They don't just wet blanket. If Conor could hold Max down, he has no chance against... If Conor could hold Max down, he has no chance against Islam. Oh, right. And it was before the fanboys attacked me. Yeah, I get what you're talking about. Back in the day. Yeah, look, that was so long ago, right? That was so long ago. And Casual and everyone who's talking about that back in the day. This was when Max Holloway was having a hard time making the weight. Like, he seems to have gotten his weight cut down to 145, down perfectly. But do you guys remember back in the day when Max Holloway was always like having issues? The doctors were always worried about him and his weight cutting because he was so tall. That's what I'm saying. Max Holloway rose to the occasion against a horrible style matchup for him and Aldo. Yeah, so you're saying like he can do it again against Islam, even though nothing makes sense on paper. He's done the impossible before, so we can do it again. I'm with you, Hogan. My record on Sportsbet is 76%. Paddy, you must be an Aussie, man. If you're using Sportsbet, nice, man. That's really fucking good. For MMA, that's really fucking good. I don't bet a lot, though. No, that's good, man. That's good. What about Prime Masvidal versus Prime Robbie Lawler? I think Robbie Lawler would still beat Masvidal. I don't put a lot of stock in Masvidal's wins, man. And I think Lawler would be scrappy enough for Masvidal. Scrappy enough for him. I know, like, Masvidal got some sick KOs on that little run that he went on, but I don't know. To me, they just felt... Masvidal was so average leading up to that, and then so average after that, that to me, that little moment that he captured when he went off into the woods and just decided that he was going to start knocking people out, just feels like a bit of a fluke, Tyler. You know what I mean? Have you insulted me, Weston? How could you? Alex is here. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. We're going to go for like 20 more minutes, man. So you jumped in at a good time. Patrick Cage. He talks shit behind your back. Oh, it started kicking off in chat. I was saying Islam ground and pounds Max Holloway. Yeah, Joe Hogan. That's what I think is going to happen. That is what I think is going to happen. Even though chat seems to think 80% of you, 10 voters in here, that's like most of the people watching this stream voted. Not even that many likes in this bloody stream. You can click on a bloody poll, boys, but you can't fucking click on the like button. Unbelievable. Thanks, lads. Yeah, but most of the stream seems to think Max Holloway wins this. Nuts, man. Nuts. No chance. Leon will outclass JDM with one arm tied behind his back. Get fucked, Casual. No, he fucking won't. I'll fucking time you out for saying nonsense like that, son. Hogan, I apologize. If Conor versus Oliveira happened, right, not saying Conor would win, but would he at least drop him? Tyler, I think he would, man. I think he would drop him. And here's the thing, man. I don't think that Conor would be dumb enough to chase him to the ground. You know what I mean? So it's an interesting fight. Cheddarhead, what's up, brother? How you going? JDM no fight Shavkat. He lose, then become Darren Till, brother. Magomed, I'll fucking time you out too, mate, for that kind of talk. JDM's going to sleep Shavkat. Sleep him. You saw it here first. Lawler is a savage. Lawler was a savage. Lawler's super scrappy. Super scrappy. So I think he would beat Masvidal in his prime. I wouldn't count Max out, but I'd 100% pick Islam. I'd count Max out. I'm counting Dusty out. I'm counting Max out. Until we start to see Islam look human again, I'm counting him out. Southpaw 2. Southpaw 2. I quit ciggies and got addicted to nicotine patches instead. Well, Casual, what you have to do is go from nicotine patches over to nicotine chewing gum, and then go from nicotine chewing gum over to regular chewing gum, and then go from regular chewing gum to Macca's, to McDonald's, and then get fat. That's the answer. Thousands, PS4. What's up, brother? How you going? That's really good, man. Billy Long Balls. That's good, mate. Well done. 80% of chat need a psychiatric evaluation. True, Casual. True. How many times are we going to count Max out? It looks like never, mate. It looks like people are going to be voting for Max Holloway forever. The Knicks from New York beat the 76ers today. That's good, Cheddarhead. I don't think anybody watches baseball. Maybe just you. Or is this NBA? I don't know, mate. I don't watch any other sports except MMA. Sometimes I watch Australian football, but not very often. And not once this year. Bro's proven us wrong way too many times. I get is this what is going on? Like everyone was just thinking that Gaethje was going to fuck Holloway up, and now that we're all on the Holloway train, is that what is going on? Can't believe you used the hard R there, Cheddarhead. Slow down, Cheddarhead, all right? Wasn't too bad. Da-da-da. Patrick Cage. Yeah, it's Patrick Cage now. Cage is now Patrick. Patrick is now Cage. Thousands, PS4. Do you guys meet in here every night? And let me read this out because Thousands PS4 is being a fuckwit, so let me read it out in my fuckwit voice. Do you guys fucking meet in here every night and clap each other's butt cheeks or what? Mackies? Bro. Ugh. There you go, Thousands. You had your little moment. You giggling to yourself? You fucking loser. How dare you slander my precious JDM, you cunt? Yeah, that's where we're at. That's where we've gotten to, Alex. That's where we've gotten to. Oh, shit. You think UFC Russia become biggest pay-per-view ever? I talked to Dana today, and he want to do Dagestani fight card ever. You think UFC Russia would be the biggest pay-per-view ever? I think if the UFC went to Russia, it actually would be a sick pay-per-view. I think it would do really well, man. Really well. But they need to mix it up because essentially those Abu Dhabi cards look like just a Russian wrestling fest. It's too much, man. Mate, who watches baseball? I don't know. I don't know. I thought Cheddarhead was saying baseball names. I don't fucking know, mate. Paddy Pimblett will be the lightweight champ by 2025. Casual. That was the most casual thing you've ever said. That was easily the most casual thing you've ever said. Paddy Pimblett will get slept by Bobby Green. Slept? Slept. He'll get slept by Bobby Green. 100%, man. Max and Adesanya are my favorite fighters, so I might be biased. There it is, Paddy. After nearly an hour of you glazing Max Holloway, the truth has come out. And I appreciate you being honest, mate. Thousands, you liked it? There you go, mate. You got your moment. I'm happy for you, brother. Paige, Patrick of the Starfish. Joe Hogan. Willie time. Top 3 fighters. Here we go. UFC casual. Aspinall? Yes. Costa? No, but good for you. And Alex. They all bring entertaining fights. Casual. Do you mean Alex Pereira or Alexander Volkanovski? Because I'm with you on Alex Pereira for sure. But Costa? I get what you're saying, man. Like, he's fun. He comes in with those big, slobbery overhands. I get what you're saying, man. Paddy won't get past Moicano. Paddy won't get past Green, brother. You won't get past Green. Paddy is better than you think, brother. Paddy better than you think, brother. You have good grapple. Can wrestle. Paddy Pimblett always gets touched on the chin, man. Always gets touched on the chin. And there's getting touched on the chin by Gordon Levitt, and then there's getting touched on the chin by the rest of lightweight. Do you know what I mean? They're different things. They're just different. They're different things. Paddy won't get past Moicano. No, he won't. He won't. Paddy is not going any further up the rankings than where he's gotten now. And can we be fucking honest, guys? Paddy Pimblett pretty much got handed his ranking spot right now. Handed it. Because if he had to fight his way up the rankings like Gamrot did, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way, boys. There's no way. They saw everyone coming into the arenas with their fucking Paddy Pimblett clown wigs on, with the Paddy Pimblett chant, and they were like, get him in there against Tony Ferguson. Get him in there. Easy wins for Paddy Pimblett. Lost to fucking, what's his name? The bald guy with the beard. Lost to him. Fuck it. Don't worry about it. Get him back in there. Pillow Hands Green won't do nothing. Paddy completely outclasses that thug wannabe. Casual, mark my words, man. Green is going to piece him up. Piece him up, brother. I'm still a fan of the sport, so I watch it from an perspective as well, an analytic perspective as well. Analytic perspective as well. Are you talking about baseball, brother? Aspinall, Alex, it was Monero, but maybe JDM these days. Oh, your top 3, Joe Hogan, is Aspinall, Alex Pereira, and maybe Monero? Why can't I say his name right now? What is wrong with me? I have been awake for too long and working too hard. Yeah, but maybe JDM these days. Fair, man. Alex Pereira, that's your 3. Everyone but UFC fans have wild national bias come at me. Everyone but the UFC fans. Everyone but the USA fans have wild... But that's what the sport's about, isn't it? Isn't that what the sport's about? Brandon Moreno, thank you. Thank you, Mouth, for finally working. Thank you. Western Mass. Everyone but the UFC fans have wild national biases. That is what the sport is about, bro. That is 100% what it's all about. You find your country, you find some favorite fighters from your country, and you just say that they can beat everyone no matter what. And Western, to be fair, that's what the UFC are trying to turn this sport into. They're trying to turn it into almost like soccer. You know what I mean? And it just makes it more fun, dude. It makes it way more fun to sit here and be like, Australians and Serbians can beat the piss out of everybody in the UFC. And the way that Uros Medic just fucking slept somebody. It's working. I picked 2 great teams, mate. The Aussies and the Serbs. We're going to go a long way. Yuri Prohaska's chin is made out of something else. How did Rakic not fucking sleep him? How? How did he not sleep him? Alex, my favorite fighters are Ben Askren, not in the UFC anymore, so you're going to have to replace him. Herbert Burns and William Knight. Alex, stop it, okay? Otherwise, I'm going to carry you out of the chat crying, all right? Stop it. William Knight is the GOAT, bro. He slept men. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. The fucking delusion in chat today. Stop disrespecting my blonde bob Princess Patty. Otherwise, it's on site. Bring it, casual. Bring it, mate. I'll see you at the Melbourne Sports Bar. Bring it, brother. Ah, shit. His name is Brandon Moreno. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. And it hurts because we share the same name. Who are we talking about, Patty? Patty. Yeah, that's where we're at. Yeah. Fair. I'm with you. I get it. Patty and Patty. I see it. National bias is just fine. I love it, but it may affect your betting, you fucking cunt, mate. I don't bet. I don't bet on the fights, Western. So I can just support and cheer from the sidelines all I want, man. So yeah, although if we actually ever tallied up my predictions, they'd probably tank because I would just keep picking Aussies and Serbs. UK runs the UFC. Everyone else can give up now instead of embarrassing their homeland. Oh yeah, casual. The UK is so important to the UFC. They don't give a fuck what time it's on at night, mate. They're going to make you stay up till 6 a.m. in the morning to watch Bilal Muhammad. Take that. The UK is very good in the UFC. Very good in the UFC. But you guys have got the Cage Warriors thing. Like, you get so much experience from Cage Warriors when you come into the UFC. Yeah, it's good. It's good for them. Yeah, bud, tell that to Rakic. My guy Yuri took his soul, you cunt. Hogan, Joe, I know, dude. I'm shocked. Like, I went back and watched that fight maybe 2 or 3 times. And I was just like, how is Yuri doing this? Like, how is he doing this? It doesn't make any sense, man. It doesn't make any sense. Magomed, Dagestan have the best fighter. Saturday, I do fight night in Uncle Garage. We do 7 unsanctioned fights with EPO. Magomed, live stream that to Rumble and send the link in the Discord. Jesus, what's up, man? Yuri versus Chimaev wouldn't be bad if he moved down. Yuri Prohaska versus Chimaev. That would be sick, man. Honestly, if he moved down, yeah, it could work. The thing is, I don't know if Yuri can move down. Like, look at him when he does fight. It doesn't look like he's got a lot of weight left to cut, bro. So I don't know if he can, man. I don't know if he can. Who would you pick to win that fight, Jesus? Who would you pick to win that fight? And thanks for jumping in the chat, dude. It's the first time I've seen you here, so thanks for jumping in. Yuri's chin isn't good. It's his ability to recover that's extraordinary. Yeah. Also, Rakic couldn't finish a glass of cold milk. Fuck you, Cage. Exactly, Cage. Unless King Mo has Francis power, Yuri must not have. I don't believe this. All right. Rakic has got cement in his fists. You see the way Uros Medic sleeps, cunts? He's from that same region. Cement in his fists. Yuri is just lucky to be alive. Because Yuri has no brain, it's all just a cement block in there. That's why he was able to live. Is Krylov in Narnia or something? Oh, he just disappeared off the map. Yeah, no, we need to put out wanted posters. Where is he? What happened to him? Which cupboard did he go to? No worries, you fucking legend, man. Finally support your boys. 1000% you can't. Weston has such a good time typing in an Aussie accent. A Dagestani street beefs would be insane. UFC casual, they're not warriors. They're not warriors. That's why they all get down on their knees and pray that the flying knee doesn't come to them, man. They're not a warrior people. So their street beefs would just be them hugging each other and then going and having tea. I send you a Russian link for Uncle Garage fight. No junk, mate. Find your IP address, steal your YouTube page, take all your donations. I know what you're up to, Magomed. I fucking see you, mate. Patty, the Manoir knockout was scary head kick. Yeah, bro. In the Discord, just today, in the Discord, there was this chick who head kicked this other chick. I swear to God, she flew to the other side of the cage and bounced off. It was fucking horrific to watch, man. Horrific. Look what Jalen Turner did to Medic. His lucky Money Moik didn't catch him. What John Turner did to Medic. He's lucky Money Moik doesn't catch him. What John Turner. He's lucky that Money Moicano though doesn't Manny Moicano doesn't have that knockout power right now, though. Manny Moicano is chasing constant takedowns, man. That's what he's going after all the time. Turner strangled Medic. I'm remembering what you're saying, man. I remember what you're saying. But like, this is the thing, right? Medic has got, what is it, 9 or 10 knockouts on his record? 9 or 10 knockouts on his record? Like, he is a power puncher. I think if he actually built up some activity, he could legit turn into almost like another, like, remember JDM when he was on the come up? He could be similar to that. What do you think about Jon Jones being a Jeff Molina, a Gordon Levitt? I don't think about it, to be honest. And I haven't watched the Guru's second video on it. So I don't know. Maybe. I do think that in the first video, when Guru showed what was happening at the bar, it's very past a joke with the boys. Very past a joke with the boys. So maybe there's something there. Lindonderous Haunton. Lindonderous Haunton. What a name. 10 more minutes, guys, and then we're out of here. It's been an hour. So 10 more minutes, then we're off. But thanks for joining me in the chat. Turner Strangleman, that we've got. All right, what do we think about Herb Dean messing up, pausing the Pereira Hill fight? I don't think he messed up at all, man. I think like it's up to the fighter whether or not he wants to stop and take the break. And also, Magomed, go back and watch that, dude, because you can actually see like Alex pushes him to the side and then they do that little touch gloves thing. They do that like you ready to get. You see that whenever the fight sort of stops but doesn't stop, and they have like a weird moment between the fighters. They do that thing where they like bump gloves and they're like, all right, let's get back into it. They did that. And then Jamal swung at Pereira. And that is when Pereira stepped in and fucking slept him. So I don't think Herb Dean messed that up at all. And Herb Dean messes up plenty, man. But I don't think he messed up on that one. Not everyone has knockout power, though. You either have it or you don't. Yeah, yep. I hope Moicano loses his next fight and Paddy beats Green so we can get Moicano versus Paddy. Statistically, that is a great matchup. Yeah. Paddy versus Paddy. So we can get Moicano versus Paddy. I think that's the one that's going to turn into another ground game. And I'll tell you why, Casual. Paddy likes to judo throw people onto the ground whenever he gets in trouble. Like Paddy likes to start with the stand-up, but then he gets a little bit chinned and likes to like throw people to the ground with that judo toss. And Moicano is chasing people and bringing them to the ground. So I think a lot of that fight will happen on the ground, and it will be Paddy chasing submissions and Moicano being able to out-wrestle him. Placement is way more important than power, unless you're Pereira. You know what I think is going on there? I think Pereira has been doing kickboxing at such a high level for so long. He knows the exact spot to put the punch. And when you bring that across to the 4-ounce gloves, because remember, in kickboxing, they don't have the 4-ounce glove. They've got the big 16 ounces. So Pereira is like constantly honing his hook, constantly practicing it. And then the second they put him in those little 4-ounce gloves, he must feel like he's been playing Call of Duty and his little crosshair bar has just gone tiny. You know what I mean? He's just brought his point of aim into tiny and he lands it fucking beautifully. So I think that's what's going on there, man. I think that's what's going on there. How many pay-per-view buy 301 does? More than 25. Yeah, I think the UFC on its own can do 350K. I think there was Nunes versus Pena 1 or Nunes versus Pena 2, something like that. And it did like 300K. So I'm pretty sure like the UFC just on its own does 300K, which is probably why ESPN pay them for a flat 400K buy. So yeah, I think it'll do. And this card this weekend, it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. It's just we've got so many great pay-per-views this year that everyone's looking at this card and being like, oh, it's a bit underwhelming, isn't it? But honestly, it's really not that bad. We've had like way worse pay-per-views before. The shovel hook is OP. Yeah, it is. He's perfect. He's a perfect striker. All right. I grapple and beat Pereira. He's scared to fight me in Abu Dhabi. Magomed Ankalaev, you need to fight Alex Pereira. Magomed Ankalaev needs to fight Alex Pereira wherever the fuck Alex Pereira wants. What female MMA fighter has sold the most pay-per-view buys? Tommy Boy, what's up, brother? How you going, man? Ronda Rousey? I would say so. Maybe Ronda Rousey against Holly Holm. I wonder how many Nunes versus Cyborg did. Because I reckon that one might have been more than the Rousey versus Holly Holm. So it'll either be Nunes versus Cyborg or Ronda Rousey versus Holly Holm. One of those two. Tommy, this card, it doesn't suck, man. It's fun. There's fun matchups on this card. There are fun matchups on this card. I think Anthony Smith could get an upset. Yeah, it'll be fun. There's 2 likes, guys. There's 2 likes. We did polls where 10 of you clicked a button, but you won't scroll down and click a button for this. Unbelievable, lads. Unbelievable. You really know how to make me feel bloody appreciated. Brazil doesn't deserve a good card after how they treated Glover Teixeira. Yeah, 3 likes. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. True. True, but, they've got such a fucking massive fan base that they're going to get one. You know what I mean? They're going to get a card every single year. And if Aldo decides to do a proper retirement, the crowd won't be able to walk out on him because they'll have to stay there until the main event. So, good for Aldo, I guess. Brazil basically got an Apex card with a mid-title fight. No, Kaj, no. The Apex cards at 4 likes. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. No. No. Apex cards are literally, it's your first fight since the Contender Series. You've lost 3 fights in a row, and WMMA. That is not this card. That is not this card. Who do you think is a non-UFC fighter that can be a UFC champion? Damn, dude, that is a deep, deep question. You're really making me think about everyone else that isn't in the UFC. Jonathan Haggerty. I think if Haggerty came across from one championship to the UFC, he'd be in there against Sean O'Malley. And Sean O'Malley would probably try and strike with him to make it fun for the fans. So I'd say Haggerty. Oh, Paddy, yeah, Mighty Mouse could come back and win a title today. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a real good one. True, man. True. I'm going to start random bans if the likes don't run up. Nice, mate. It worked, bro. It worked, mate. Good on you. Weston, the second that came across, the likes went up. It doubled. It went from 2 to 4. That's a 100% increase in the likes. Bullshit. Next week's Fight Night card is better. It's not, Tommy. It's not. Look, Tommy, I know that you're upset because the gambling didn't go your way last week at UFC Vegas 91, but this is a damn good card. It is not a damn good card. This is a perfectly fine card. It's not a, what did you say? Where's Tommy? Oh, you just said this card sucks. This card doesn't suck. It's not that bad, mate. Jonathan Haggerty did say he wanted to fight for the 1 belt in MMA, so that isn't too far-fetched. Yeah, man. Yeah. Lindarus, I liked your channel. Keep up the good work. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. It's been good fun doing this. It's been really good fun. Thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jonathan Haggerty is fighting in MMA in 1 soon, or is he going in for the kickboxing again? Jonathan's got a fight coming up. It might be MMA, but that's what's so good about 1. Like, we actually get to see these fights come together with the different styles. Like, it's pretty sick, man. It's pretty sick. I reckon 301 is actually criminally underrated. What do you reckon? I think it is too, man. People are really writing it off. Although I have noticed this week that people are starting to come around to it. Also, have we noticed that the line on Usyk has started to close up a bit as well? Like, Stephen Usyk has started to be a little bit more of a, not a favorite, but people are starting to realize, oh shit, he's got a chance here. I'm pretty sure he trained MMA before Muay Thai. His dad was an MMA fighter. Interesting. I mean, what we've learned recently in MMA is that as long as you are good enough at posting and at doing the sprawl, you don't have to be the best wrestler in the world. Like, rangy strikers that have good takedown defense are starting to do very, very well in MMA, right? Let's go through our list already. You've got Max Holloway. You've got Sean O'Malley. You've got Alex Pereira. Izzy, not the easiest to take down, right? A good rangy striker transitioning over to MMA with like practicing their takedown defense does very, very well. So I think on the feet, Haggerty is a better striker than Sean O'Malley. So I could see it happening. And yeah, Mighty Mouse could just come in and take over. Absolutely take over. Not enough Dagestani fighter on 301. No chance Usyk win. Pantoja too good. I bet 85 Dagestani rupee. Wow, that's almost 3 cents in people dollars, Magomed. Magomed, did you know that Stephen Usyk was an Australian wrestling champion? I bet that got you a little bit hard, didn't it? I bet that got you going a touch. Let me read this properly. Usyk about to kick through the fucking uppercuts back up to the top 15, you cunt. Usyk is about to kick through the uprights right back to the top 15, you cunt. What does that even mean? Kick through the uprights? Do you mean he's going to fucking kick him in the balls, mate? Is that what you're saying, Weston? I think it is. Guys, it has been an hour. It is now the weekend for me. It's Friday night. To be, I see. I got you. Usyk is about to be kicked through the uprights back to the top 15. No, it's all good, West. Usyk, he's about to be fucking kicked right through the uprights, mate. Right back to the top 15. There you go, Weston. I'm out of here. Everybody, have a fucking phenomenal weekend. I will see you all maybe at UFC 301, but if not, after the weekend when we start posting videos again. Sunday for us, Monday for you. Until then, have a fucking great one, and I'll see you around. I'll see you guys at the fights. Out of the top 15. He's staying in the top 15 forever. See you guys. Have a good night. I'll catch you on the next one.